Which of the following is not part of Beck's compression triad? A. Hypotension, B. Muffled heart sounds, C. Elevated JVP, D. Pulsus paradoxus. Correct answer D. Pulsus paradoxus. Beck's triad comprises three features of cardiac tamponade: hypotension, muffled heart sounds, and elevated JVP. Pulsus paradoxus, though a feature which can occur in cardiac tamponade, is not part of Beck's triad. Amiodarone, a class 3 antiarrhythmic agent, was initially developed as A. Antiarrhythmic agent, B. Anti-anginal agent, C. Anticoagulant, D. None of the above. Correct answer B. Anti-anginal agent. Amiodarone was initially developed as an anti-anginal agent and its antiarrhythmic actions were discovered later. Currently, amiodarone is one of the most widely used broad-spectrum antiarrhythmic agent. It has actions across all the classes of antiarrhythmic action ranging from class 1 to class 4. Normal range of PR interval in an adult: A. 1 to 2 seconds, B. 0.12 to 0.2 second, C. 0.2 to 0.4 second, D. 0.4 to 0.8 second. Correct answer B. 0.12 to 0.2 second. PR interval prolongation is known as first degree AV block. PR interval shortens with faster heart rate and can be shorter in children and infants. Short PR interval with delta waves is a feature of WPW syndrome. Isolated short PR interval without delta wave is seen in LGL, Lown-Ganong-Levin syndrome. Summation gallop is a fusion of A. S1 and S2, B. S2 and S3, C. S3 and S4, D. S4 and S1. Correct answer C. S3 and S4. S3 and S4 can fuse when there is tachycardia and produce a summation gallop, sometimes called S7 gallop. Most common congenital heart disease: A. Atrial septal defect, B. Ventricular septal defect, C. Patent ductus arteriosus, D. Tetralogy of Fallot. Correct answer B. Ventricular septal defect. Ventricular septal defect is the commonest congenital heart disease at birth. Bicuspid aortic valve is thought to be the most common congenital cardiac malformation. In a preterm infant, the most likely defect is patent ductus arteriosus, and prevalence increases as the prematurity increases. Regarding grading of heart murmur: A. Graded from 1 to 6, B. Described by Levine, C. Grade 4 is usually associated with thrill, D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Even though the thrill was not part of the original grading, in general, murmurs of grade 4 and above are associated with a thrill. Mobitz type 1 atrioventricular block is associated with A. Wengi-Back phenomenon, B. First degree atrioventricular block, C. Complete heart block, D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Wengi-Back phenomenon. Wengi-Back phenomenon is progressive prolongation of PR interval with a dropped beat due to a non-conducted P wave. This is otherwise known as Mobitz type 1 second degree atrioventricular block. Mobitz type 2 second degree atrioventricular block has a fixed PR interval with intermittent drop beats due to non-conducted P waves. Mobitz type 1 block is usually above the middle of his or suprahesian, while Mobitz type 2 block is below that and more serious, with propensity for asystole and Stokes-Adam attacks. Not an indicator of severity of aortic stenosis: A. Loudness of murmur, B. Length of murmur, C. Presence of angina on effort, D. History of syncope. Correct answer A. Loudness of murmur. Severe aortic stenosis with heart failure can have a soft or absent murmur as the left ventricle is unable to generate enough force to give a loud murmur. Murmur may become audible once the heart failure is controlled by medication. A late peaking long systolic murmur indicates severe aortic stenosis, and so does angina on effort and syncope with exercise. False statement about conduction system of the heart: A. Sinus node is the dominant pacemaker, B. AV node is situated at the apex of the Cox triangle, C. Sinus node is a subendocardial structure, D. AV node is subendocardial structure. Correct answer C. Sinus node is subendocardial structure. Sinus node is a subepicardial structure. This explains the usual association of sinus tachycardia with pericarditis. Most frequent arrhythmia in WPW syndrome is A. Ventricular tachycardia, B. Atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia, C. Atrial fibrillation, D. Ventricular fibrillation. Correct answer B. Atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia. Atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia in WPW syndrome can be orthodromic or antidromic. In antidromic tachycardia, the impulse travels from the atrium to ventricle through the normal conduction system and returns through the axillary pathway. Hence, the QRS complex is narrow. In antidromic tachycardia, the reverse occurs and the QRS complex is wide and mistaken for ventricular tachycardia. Atrial fibrillation in WPW syndrome is rare but life-threatening as the ventricular rates can be very high due to simultaneous conduction through both axillary pathway and the normal conduction system. It can lead on to ventricular fibrillation if not promptly cardioverted. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.